This mind map explores sensation and perception, focusing on how information from the outside world is detected by the body, sent to the brain, and then interpreted for meaningful experiences. So I placed sensation on the left and perception on the right because I wanted the map to show the process as a journey, with sensation coming first because it's all about detecting that sensory input, and then perception coming later because it's about the brain interpreting that input and making sense of it. So the first step in the map is the stimulus. So that's represented by these different things here. So for example, vision, tactile, auditory, temperature, and olfactory as well. So in step 2 here, we've got the stimulus is detected by the sensory organs through receptors. Those are special receptors that respond to particular types of information. So for example, the receptors in the eyes responding to light, the receptors in the ears responding to sound, etc. So the third step here is the transduction. So this is the process of the starting from step 1 to step 5, step 4 here, the perception. So the example I've put here is the stimulus, which is the sound, the auditory cues, the ear here picking up on that sound through these fine hairs here in the cochlea, the vibrations turning into the messenger, the action potential here, which is then processed or moved towards the brain for processing here. So that's the transmission section there. So the messages are then sent to the brain to be interpreted through the neurons. I've added sensory integration multiple times because that's an integral part of perception, and it happens during sensation and also during perception too. So for perception, the brain collects, interprets, and organizes this information. So this is sort of the outcome of the earlier steps, and perception is not just a copy of what's out there in the world. The brain is actively organizing the information and prescribing meaning to that. So that can be influenced by other things too, such as memory and emotions and things like that. And also sort of like a filter. So it's going to filter out that information. So that's up here, once again, sensory integration. So I've included attention here where the brain's filtering out that stimulus to focus on what it needs, which is represented here through this bottle shape of all of the input, and then the brain filtering out what it needs. And sensory adaptation too. So the brain's actually able to determine how much it experiences certain input. So whether it turns sort of like the dial turning up or down. Whether that's after a very long time of hearing the same stimulus or being used to it. So overall, the map shows sensation and perception are connected, but they are different processes. So sensation is about detecting, and then processing is about organization.